It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. It's Nix out of the pistol. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for Nix. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. The 30. The 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position, but to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby, and they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. He's got Watson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Nix now to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, here's Nix. That's to the sideline, and it's a catch by Watson. They get 27 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Watson, quick pass wide. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Working quickly here. They'll throw again. Nix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 38. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They're going for it. It's Herbert. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-0 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They start out 2nd and 10. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. From the gun, it's Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Nix. On the move, headed right. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on the play, and they have to come up with 7 yards now on 3rd and goal.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Third and goal, here's Nix. And he gets in, touchdown Denver! The Broncos start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Going after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running this one left. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed to his running back. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. They snap it to Herbert. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos need only one to take the lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. He's loaded another one up. Big gain downfield. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10, Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action now for Herbert. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers with the football. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Back-to-back carries here. And he drives this forward to the 6. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back to the well again. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Another carry for him. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
They give it to him again. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Herbert from the gun. It's an LA touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Nix with it on first. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They motion the slot man right. Throwing on first down, Nix. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they spike the ball to stop the clock. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Throwing for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Herbert. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And the Broncos corral it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
He rolls to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. second down coming up.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
It's Nix out of the pistol. This is hauled in by Ingram. He has room past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Third and long for Nix. Finds his target, Hall. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Looking to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Hurries this across the 25. And he makes it all the way up to the 28. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Riley Moss with that tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from SoFi. Kickoff taken at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Pass taken in by the rookie out of Ole Miss. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Trying the right side. And a decent pickup. They're going to have it up at the 43 after that run. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He can run it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Setting up the running back screen. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he hits the deck behind the line, avoiding a tackle, but losing yards in the process.
Oh, man, that just stuns you. That's exactly what you're not thinking is going to happen on a first down run. They'll likely need now a big gain on second to try to get back on schedule.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos take over on his 11th interception in the campaign. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. And his first pass falls incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So that brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They put a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Nix from the gun. Complete. It's Ingram. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Chargers.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Herbert on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. Herbert here, 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers get the game's first points here in the second. For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no. Coaches say, stay out there. We're going for 2. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you've got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Nix with it on 1st. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Chargers take possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Herbert from the gun. Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And he makes the Hefs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 3rd down, Herbert. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. On 4th down, they snap it to Herbert. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. Throwing on 1st is Herbert. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. It's Herbert once more. Escapes the pocket. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And He'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers pushing for points. Second and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Has a man. It's Tyler Conklin. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. They've got a man in motion. They're running again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 6. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first and 10, here's Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw again. Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Not the first time you said his name today, Kate. No surprise seeing him add a sack to this total. The same nose to the football that helped him recover a fumble earlier, well, it aided him in the pursuit of the QB, and he nearly forced a fumble of his own on that sack right there.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Running back sent in motion. A final throw before the break. Escapes out to the left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return...
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. It's fielded at the 14. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 16 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First and 10, Herbert. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Herbert now off the play fake. McConkey's got it on the sideline. And he's down to the 8 before going out. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. A give now from the gun. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. The Chargers trust in their offense. They're going for 2 again. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Third and long for Nix. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Nix with it on 1st. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Into traffic, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Nix from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th, Nix. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Caught down the left side by his running back. Oh, baby. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers make it a 3-possession game. Once again, the Chargers electing to go for 2. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Nix. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think it's fair to say, and the eye in the sky doesn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense, and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Nix looking to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up Cam Hart. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Play action now for Herbert. Searches from the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And now it's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
On 4th down, here's Herbert. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
And he won't find anything here. They're there to drop him for the sack on what's likely the final play of this 3rd quarter. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Broncos football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's on the move. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Herbert from the gun. Cut out left. And he'll get it up to the 44. Working quickly here. Now Herbert again. Forced out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. It's Herbert once more. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So 2nd down coming up. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers put up even more points in a win. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action with Nix. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Man in motion here. Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's completed right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Chargers keep running away with this. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Gets everything he has under this throw. Big gain downfield. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Broncos making the scoreboard look a touch better. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting at the 10. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has it at the 7. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Nix with it on 1st. Hits him on the out route. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
A bit of desperation on this. He's got it deep downfield. Give him 32 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on first down, Nix. Able to hit home, complete. Jukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Working inside the red zone. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
And with Brock Heward and R.E.